Okay, friends, today we are talking about my Carvana experience and how I went from here to looking at cars to what we have in the garage right now. So, from screen to reality, pretty much here. I'm going to give you a rundown on the whole process and what we went through and what we're still going through and what I think about it and would I do this again. So stay tuned for that. But right now, I just want to give you a little walk around of the car and we're going to talk about a couple things. So when Carvana, uh, when you look at the car online, it shows you like the major things that are possibly wrong with it. So there were a couple. The windshield had some scratches that weren't really disclosed on there, and really kind of superficial, but still scratches and some chips too, and then a little chip on the top roof over here that wasn't disclosed. So stuff can happen on the ride or whatever, but we're going to talk about that. But pretty happy with the car itself, and now let's go talk about the process, my friends. So the whole process starts out, you're like, well, I want to get a car. So you type in whatever you want. In this case, be the Honda Civic EXT, and you can search by prices. You can search by make and model, body type, year, mileage, features, all kinds of stuff here, guys. They pretty much thought of everything, and it's super user friendly. So say, hey, I'm interested in this one. So you can click on that. Should bring up your car. It'll do like a 360 view on it. You can look at some hot spots. It'll show you, all right, where's the ones I want to see here. So I'm running some other background stuff, so it's a little slower than normal. But okay, boom. Right here, it's going to tell you what's going on. All right, it says a chip imperfection. So you can zoom in on that, and it'll show you kind of what you're dealing with here. So some little chips in the paint there. Okay, are you willing to live with that or whatever? Okay, so we can scroll around the car, and what do we got here? We can check this out. Some little chips here too. Really superficial stuff, and most of their cars are like that. They just have some stuff that's super superficial. Like they said some stuff on my car, and I didn't even really see it, like what they were talking about. But here we go. This as well, a couple little chips here. So once you've decided, okay, I'm going to live with that, you can open the doors, veer the interior, and here we go. And it'll disclose stuff on the inside too, what you have going on here. So backup camera, you can show your features, all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty cool. You can really get a good feel for your car. All these cars go through like rigorous inspections, so it seems they're pretty legit. They seem to want to be able to do business and do it the right way. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of what happened, guys. Okay, well, this is the Carvana experience. We picked out a car we liked. Obviously, it was the Honda Civic EXT 2018. Decent price on it, we thought. There's no haggling on the price, so there's no pressure. What you see is what you're going to pay for. I kind of like that. I don't like haggling. I just never really liked doing that whole thing. Just kind of uncomfortable dealing with some high pressure salesman or whatever. So that whole thing is gone. You don't have to deal with that. I really like that. So you find the car you want. You can do payments. You can pay it outright. We live in kind of a rural area. It took a little bit longer than normal than they said it would to get our car to us. Not a big deal. I mean, COVID time, all that going on. They still got to us within, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. So not bad there. Like I say, we do live in a kind of out of the way area, so it was just the point of them finding something. Every time I called, like their customer service is top notch. They were super polite, super respectful, super helpful. Everything was like on point with that. So, I mean, 5 stars on 5 out of 5 on their customer service. Okay, so all that goes through, wait a little bit longer for the car, whatever. I'm patient, that's cool. They were like, hey, we'll knock $50 off for a free car wash. We'll give that to you. That's awesome. They don't need to do that. So like I said, everything dealing with them, super professional, everything. Then the car arrives and it's like, okay, it's got a broken fog light and that wasn't reported. It had like on the windshield, there's like a scratch and some chips. That wasn't really reported. And on the top of the car, I showed you earlier, there was that little notch there that hadn't been reported. So we're like, hey, you can open up once you get the car purchase going and you get that all taken care of, then it gives you like a little area where like, hey, this is where you go to your car to go through with the registration and different, if you have an issue with the car, anything like that. So I'm like, hey, these things weren't disclosed and this is on there. So pretty much you just take pictures of it and you send it off to them, right? And they were like, oh, our bad, we'll take care of that. Like, whoa, no hassle or anything. It was like, so I think it was like they're replacing the windshield, and I already paid for the windshield and to have that repaired. So right now it's already been paid. I'm just waiting for the body shop to get the windshield and get that taken care of. But they were like, yeah, it was like $1,600 worth of stuff, and they're like, no problem, no hassle, no like, oh, deal with it or whatever. These people really seem like they want to help out, like they want to do the right thing, like they are super professional and they want repeat customers and word of mouth, whatever they're doing. I am pretty much all for it. I'm not getting paid to say this. This is just my real life experience here. So with that being said, so there was a couple issues, like some of the tires were a little worn down, and like we addressed that as well, but they're like, no, that's kind of normal wear and tear. So I get that, sure. It's got 40,000 miles on it, so no problems there. The price was fair, I thought, consistent or with other things. I think the shipping price for the car, another $600, not a big deal. Like I said, I don't mind paying a little extra if I'm in a rural area, so it cost me that much to drive down south somewhere or wherever to find a dealership and then drive back and all that stuff. And just to save that headache, it's worth it for me for the shipping. So that was cool too. What else, guys? So, oh yeah, the taxes or the registration and all that. So on the little dashboard, once you get the car, it says, hey, we need yada da da in order to get your registration all completed. So it was basically just go to the DMV, get a VIN inspection done. You can do that at CHP. You could do it there's different places that do it, but I did it at the DMV. And then they need some paperwork to be filled out, but they like overnight ship this thing to you. It's got all the paperwork in there. It's got everything highlighted that you need to sign. It's super easy, super user-friendly. It's got a overnight return back thing, envelope there too, so you just tear off the thing, fill out your paperwork, send it back, 0 issues. It took a little longer than normal. They issue you a temporary license. You just put that in in the back of the car, and with COVID stuff going on, it took a little longer, but then they sent me another one just to cover the space of time, maybe if that one expired, and then we got our license plates in the mail too, so that was cool with the DMV registration stuff. So right now we're just waiting on the title, and they say that takes a few more weeks or whatever, and after that's all settled. So everything was really easy, guys. So there was a little bit more time involved than, like, I guess going down to a dealership and doing it that way, but it wasn't like a hassle though. It wasn't like, oh, I'm stressing out about this. And they, like I said, they were super cool about handling the little bit of damage that there was. I mean, they were like, okay, no problem, we got this. I sent them the pictures. They're like, yeah, we'll handle it. Just went to the body shop, and they're like, yeah. They contacted Carvana, they worked it all out, and it was like I didn't have to, fight over the phone with anybody. It was just a super easy process, and all in all, guys, I think it was a great way of doing a business. I think, no complaints. Carvana is top notch. I would definitely buy a car through them again. It's just I don't really have anything bad to say. So my review would be like, using Carvana, it'd be like 5 out of 5 stars. There was some undisclosed damage, and that could have happened during the car ride or whatever, but they took care of it like no problem. There wasn't like, oh, you guys did that. I mean, I've bought a computer before from like a reputable thing, and like one of the components didn't work, and I like took it out and sent it to them, and because I didn't take a picture of it when I had a scratch on it or something, they were like, oh, you did that, and that's why. And they were like fighting me over it, and I'm like, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna scratch it, a brand new thing, and then I'm gonna send it to you. That doesn't make sense. So like, there was none of that with Carvana. So I really recommend this. The whole process was really good, and they are a professional company, and they want your business, and they'll do whatever it takes to get good word of mouth. I mean, I just don't have anything negative to say about it, except for maybe the wait time, and that's understandable with everything that's going on right now. So that's my thoughts on Carvana, guys. Just like pretty much just have a ton of cars out there that you can look for, and it's like going to the world's biggest car lot. It's all on there, and it's easy to do. So yeah, I'm super happy with the results, with everything, and that's about it, my friends. Thanks for watching this video, and if you're looking for another car to buy, Carvana is not a bad way to go. In fact, I recommend it. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you next time.